Legions of Russ, roll it, baby.
Good luck to us, we'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
Oh, jeez, that's
we're back
good.
in.
It's
Ooh.
good. It's good.
John Mayer there on guitar.
Yeah, it was really nice that he agreed to do that. It was a real bargain too. It was only like, only 30 mil, and I was pretty fair bargain, I thought. Yeah, I just gave him. Yeah, I gave him your guys' bank account numbers for that. I hope you don't mind.
He's gonna be trying that a couple of times. It's not gonna go through on the first one, but
a cool 30 mil is worth it for the mayor.
If you're listening, keep plugging through. If you can just put it up in small, like 20 quid here, 20 quid there until we're both inevitably dead. Yeah. That'll be good for me, buddy.
Yeah, cool 30 mil for the mayor. Yeah.
Must say I'm excited for Legions of Russ. One, obviously, because we're gonna pick our paint schemes out of this, but also I finished on a high last week. I got a point back.
You got a point. Yeah, you're on the board.
Back. Yeah, I say back like, I had one to start with. I got my first point. So I closed the gap.
We're in Legions of Russ. I haven't done the intro. Ladies and gentlemen,
what is it?
Welcome to Legions of Russ. I mean, it's not much. It's just me saying welcome to Legions of Russ. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legions of Russ. Rhys, welcome.
Thank
Ben,
you.
welcome. You can continue now. Sorry, I just wanted to do the intro.
Oh, okay. That was the intro. Why don't you explain it to our first-time listeners how the game works?
Yeah, our first-time listeners on a bus. Please tell them.
First-time listeners. So I assume at this stage you've probably dried yourself off. If you're on the bus and you're listening and you don't know what Legions of Russ, then I refer you to Ben's previous comments. Throw yourselves from said window. But I will forgive your transgression. I will give you a heads up of what Legions of Russ is. It's not really Legions, it's Chapters of Russ, but it sounds better. There's a pun. So basically, I'm going to go through in a cryptic, tedious clue, unknown, hopefully random, obscure chapter of unknown founding of a space marine. It's going to be a very cryptic clue, and you guys are going to have to remove all logic and put on the madness cap to try and guess. The key is to break them into segments to try and understand how they fit together to give a name of a chapter. The key is you probably don't know the chapter, and that's where it becomes difficult. So that is Legions of Russ. We're on round 4 now. Technically, round 2 is a gimme for Ben. So we don't count the scores currently.
Me? I say.
It's Rhys, otherwise it's like 5-0. So
1! I'm on 1!
Docked you a point. No, Rhys has got 1 point. Ben is currently our reigning Legions of Russ champion with 2 points. So it's not an insurmountable lead. Rhys, if you get them both, you know very
easily.
I am almost thinking of how difficult this first one is to give it double points. I'm going to say... think of the lead. Think of the lead you could get.
That's right.
I am going to say... Right. If I have to give out clues, it goes down to 1 point. But if someone can get it...
Just
that's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that rule going forward. If you snipe it, double points.
Say it. Yeah, if I say it and you don't have any clues, I'm going to give you a bit of time. And if you can get it, if you're at home, score yourself. If you got it without any of the follow-up clues, so pause it. If you want to give yourself a bit of a chance, and then
shout out your own
score
name.
Yourself 2 points.
Yeah.
Your
name is your buzzer.
Scream. Turn to the person to your left and just scream your name. Just like Brian. It's like
a man was arrested called Brian for screaming his name.
17 people had a heart attack
on a bus.
The driver being one of them.
It's sweeping the nation. It's the game Legions of Russ. It's creating chaos.
Just a picture of my face as the tank. Seeking this man in connection with 14 deaths. It's like, oh God. Oh no. Good
Don't let them. Yes. The voice of an angel hides
as I'm like escorted away. Okay, so are you
like on one of those like human dollies they put Hannibal on? Yeah. Oh God,
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good today.
So Rhys, honestly, this is big for you, Rhys. I'm now just talking directly to you, Rhys.
Good, Ben can't hear us.
Get this, yeah. If you could get this, you would be winning by 1 point. Okay, back in the room now. Back in the room. Ben's back in the room with us now.
Okay.
Ben, I think something happened there. We had a little bit of trouble.
I think my headphones cut out. Yeah.
That must have been it. Anyway, we're on round 4. Round 3 technically, but I'm just going to keep saying round 4. We've got 2 Legions of Russ, and we're going to start with the first one because that's how it works. You start with the first one. Are you ready?
Yes. Let's do it.
So I'm going to read it out, and I'll give you one clue, which is I will tell you at the end of reading it out when we're in a different segment. So I'll read it once fully, then we'll read it again, and I'll say, this is the first segment. I'll go through, and if you can guess it without needing any follow-up help, 2 points. If you need more follow-up help, we're going to go down to 1. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're starting now.
Sorry. Please, for those listening, Ben also took his glasses off so he could think better.
Yeah.
And that's how it works.
It's a ritual now.
That's how serious this gets. We take this very seriously. I'm going to put some on. Ben's going to take some off.
Put on slightly larger glasses. Okay. So here we go. We are now beginning. It's weird because the first word doesn't sound like we're beginning, but here we go. Almost an expression of disapproval at the gym rat six-pack as he approaches a local prostitute who claims they only do this. It's a long one. Okay, I need to start again. Okay, it's a long one. It's a long one.
Rhys, how did we end up here, brother?
I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
At some point you said yes to me, and this is how we got here. This is the decisions you've made. So, okay, we'll start again. Almost an expression of disapproval at the gym rat's six-pack as he approaches the local prostitute who claims they only do this to cover their monthly housing bill. Bills.
Light just snuck in there.
Yeah, it's falling down behind me. Have a think while I'm rearranging this light. Do you want me to start again? Would you like another
I've got some parts of it, I think.
Oh, but you don't want to say it out loud just in case you can.
Because the big dog would...
So I'm going to read it out again, and I will tell you when we're moving into different segments, just to give you a little bit of a hint. So, section 1, almost. So that's your section 1. Section 2.
That's a section unto itself?
Section unto itself. This is, almost. Section 2, an expression of disapproval. Section 3, at the gym rat six-pack. I forgot which one we're on. Segment 4, so the next one. As he approaches the local prostitutes. And then the final one, who claims they only do this to cover their monthly housing bills. I am just going to say that this one, I would be worried and impressed. It's not impossible, because I've thought of it.
Am I allowed to write things down?
Yes. You mean specifically to this or just in general? But yes, if it's going to help you.
Well, things are falling out of my brain because it's like 4 parts.
Yeah. This one, I think this one might be the most difficult Legions of Russ we've got going. But
because I think I know the last bit.
Yeah, I think I know the last one too. That's about the only thing I think I know, though.
So I'm going to put it out there. Okay.
Hold on. You want to say it at the same time? Like the last...
Yeah,
someone's going to say if you're going to guess the full thing, say your name.
Oh,
no, not the full thing.
The last part.
Just the last part.
Okay.
You want to say it at the same time? Think we're on the same page?
Yeah, all right.
1, 2, 3. Rent.
Okay. Yes, so it's housing bills. So I'm just going to give you a hint there. It's rents. The last bit is rents.
Okay.
But
all right.
I am going to say it's more of it's not a like for like, but that's what I was going for. But it's more of the feeling of the word. So it is rents.
Thanks.
But
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Don't get hung up on the actual spelling and pronunciation of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Rhys has got it. That's what. As long as one of you's got it, that's okay. So we'll start 50%. On the first section. So we're down to 1 point. So I'm going to start helping you out. So
almost.
So you see this on signs. I'm going to give you this one with people like Doomsday. People might have this as part of a sign that they carry. You know, there's people with those A boards on them, and they got like that kind of stuff. It's obviously not that one, but so
obviously, Rhys, obviously, you fool.
Come on, man. You know what?
I'm disappointed in you.
Get out.
He's got something.
Okay, so I'm going to move on. So an expression of disapproval. Now this, I'm going to give you a hint. This isn't a word. This is more of a sound. So I don't know if it would be an onomatopoeia, but this is basically a sound rather than a word that is an expression of. So an expression of disapproval, something that you might do, a sound you might make to express disapproval. Okay. So that's a bit more of a hint. So so give you that. At the Gym Rat 6-pack, I'm gonna boil this down. This segment could just be 6-pack.
6-pack. Okay.
6-pack. So you could boil that down to be the muscle, a singular muscle 6-pack, and then I could boil the next section down to basically prostitute. Like, you don't need the rest of it. You basically got to focus on that one bit.
Yeah.
So another word, and then tie it in. That ties in with the last word.
Hooker.
I mean, kind of. Yeah, it's a bit. It's. I guess it's a worse word for that. But
a pro.
Oh no! Is this Ben? Have you guessed the full thing?
I haven't heard his name yet.
I can't tell if he's frozen.
Hold on. I think I got the last part. Let me write this down.
Oh, so
that's legal.
6-pack, prostitute, and monthly house bills is all one word put together. So if that confirms to Ben what he thinks he's got there.
Sorry, say that again. Say that last again.
So 6-pack, prostitute, and monthly bills, all they're 3 segments that comes into one word.
Yeah, no, I got that one. I know what that is.
Oh, so the first one. Sorry, carry on, Ben.
So I know the last part. I don't want to say this out loud. I know the last part. So can you give me the beginning again?
So the clue I gave was almost, but it's something that you might see on an A-board sign for someone walking around for the end of the world kind of thing. You know, when they have those signs on them. It means something is close, potentially.
Hold on. Ben?
Oh, no!
Ben?
I just got to figure out the middle.
There is adjoining words that I've not bothered to. Yeah, I've not bothered to put them in.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Ben, Knights Abhorrent.
Yes, it's Knights of Abhorrence. But that's it. You go. Yes, it's abhorrent. The adjoining word's not in there, so it's nigh. The end is nigh, and
yes,
it's a sound.
Okay, I thought it was going to be sigh. I thought it was sigh. That's what abhorrent. Yes, I got abhorrent, and that was what.
I had Knights of and Rents, and I was like,
oh, you had the front. I didn't have the front.
I had when he said the A board, I was like, nigh. It's nigh, and then like the disapproval would be like, or. You know, so I was like, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice
support. Man, I just want to say, guys, I feel really proud on that one. I have a real sense of accomplishment on that one. I think I have a little bit of a buzz. I think I have a little bit of a buzz off of that one, honestly. I feel really good about that one.
That was impressive. I thought that was going to be a bit ridiculous. I thought that was a bit...
Well, it was. That's why I feel so good about it.
So... The Knights of Abhorrence. Congratulations, Ben.
The night's not over. I can still get a point back.
Yep, there is a second one, and you might be able to get 2 points if you get it straight away. So, the Knights of Abhorrence are a loyalist Space Marine chapter and a successor of the Dark Angels.
And the Primaris, too.
Yes, an unknown founding, as they always say. Yeah, so they fought in the Ghoul Stars. Blooding their swords with the viscera of some of the most dangerous Xenos the Imperium has ever encountered. Pardon me. So yeah, their colors are black and teal, so they're kind of like black armor, and they've got that kind of green trim, and the green Aquila, and they've got a cool kind of Spartan-esque helmet on their pauldrons in white. Cool. Yeah.
I dig it. Okay.
Yeah, very cool.
Good one.
Knights of Abhorrence. That's dope, man.
I am impressed that you got that one. I'm going to make a note.
I feel good.
To Ben.
I'm not impressed with that. Right.
Rhys, it's all to play for in round 2, okay? So I think this one... I think... What if Ben gets it? Is it really? So, this one, I think this one's easier, although it is a bit weirder. Now, that's a bold statement.
Weirder than that?
Yes.
And Jim Rat 6-pack?
Yeah.
Yes.
Goes down to the red light district? Yeah, okay.
But I have added in a familiar thing. Oh. So you'll see what I mean, basically, because there's only so many things I can think of. So I'm going to come back to a few of them.
Through all my creative juices on that one.
Exactly. So this is Rhys. You got this chance. You need to get this one right out of the bag. Okay.
Sounds like it's a layup.
let's roll that sweet intro, and we get into round 2.
Good luck to us, we'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
Okay, jumping straight into this one now. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it. Is this 2 points again? 2 points,
if you can get it without clues, you get 2 points. I need those 2, baby. You need those 2 to draw even, basically. It's 3-1 at the moment. Okay. Well, so it's a weird one to start with. Whilst I rip the skin off of myself, I crack open a chicken's boiled ovulation to find not a yolk, but an extra vowel, to the consternation of Elle Fanning and Elle Macpherson. Now, Rhys, I assume you have this straight off the bat.
Yes. Thank you for coming. Thank you for saying my name so I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Thanks for buzzing me in now.
So just get us out of the way with this one. Just come on with your guess.
Yeah.
Do you want me to hear it one more time just to make sure?
Please.
So, section 1, whilst I rip the skin, and then the second part of section 1, off myself, or just myself. Second one is I crack open a chicken's boiled ovulation to find not a yolk, but an extra vowel. Now, this one's slightly different than what I've normally gone for.
I have the beginning.
I
have the beginning.
Rhys, man.
I could be wrong, but I think I have the beginning.
Oh, Rhys. Okay. And then
I think I've got the end.
Well, you should have the end because I've used it before, so it's to the consternation.
Oh no, but I mean the whole. Yeah.
You think you've got the chicken boiled egg? Oh,
or at least the extra vowel.
Okay, so does anyone want to have a shot? Does anyone want to shoot their shot? Before I give any clues, does anyone want to shoot their shot for 2 points? The 2 big uns.
Oh, no, because then Ben will steal my secrets.
Well, if you give
he'll crack me open like a fresh yolk.
I'm going to let you think about it while I bring up the Legion so I'm not ill-prepared. So talk amongst yourselves for a second.
So what do you think, Ben? Just you tell me what you're thinking, and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking after you tell me what you're thinking.
I feel like the beginning is easy money, at least for me. The beginning is easy money. I know he's done the Elle thing before, Elle Fanning and Elle, but I forget what that was. I know.
I think
I remembered what that is, but I'm struggling with the start bit.
I know. I forget what the Elle thing is because I know he's used it before, but I forget.
Yeah. All right, can you take us through the first part? Yeah, let's do some clues, the first part.
Okay, so we might be losing your 2 points here, but let's go through it. So, section 1, and both of these parts make up the first word. So, whilst I rip the skin, and then it ties in with myself.
Ben.
Rhys, you better hope he's not got this.
Oh, I'm so
Flaming.
No.
Oh no!
You're so close, but it's not quite that. Rhys, counter. Do you want to come in with one? This is a new thing we're putting there.
Okay,
the counter.
Rhys.
You've got to come in with a guess.
Is it the Burning Angels?
It's not.
Oh!
It's not.
Okay, back to it.
Okay, so we'll go back through. So to the first, Ben's very close. I think we probably know. So you're basically very close. It's just slightly different. So whilst I rip the skin, I think we get that. And then the second part you can just have as myself. So something myself and Irene might give you a clue. And then the second part is I crack open a chicken's boiled ovulation. And then it's to find not a yolk, but an extra vowel. So think of a chicken's boiled ovulation. What is that? And then add an extra vowel instead. And then to the consternation of Elle Fanning and Elle Macpherson. We have used this one before, and Rhys kind of has this with angels. It is the L's.
Oh, so I didn't have angel. I just had the L.
So it wasn't angels, but it is L's at the end because it's the two L's. But if you think of think of what a chicken's boiled ovulation is.
It's an egg.
Or what do chickens, lay. But then add a vowel.
I got the back half. I think I got the back half. I think
you've got the front half as well. You're just overthinking it. Something myself and I. So I think you got the first part, which is a Necron unit, basically. But cut off the ED and wands. I basically told you what it is in that sense.
Okay, I just got to say it out loud. I said it wrong the first time. Ben. Oh no! Yes. If I have the back end, I don't want to give it away. So my first guess was wrong. How was that?
So
or like my first.
Yes, the first word was slightly wrong. The back end of the first word is not ing.
Ben.
Yes.
Flayed eagles?
Oh my God. It's very close. So it's the first part, it's not, it conjoins with, it's basically say it out loud. So instead of like saying them both outside.
I'm going to say so it's not flaming eagles?
Oh, Rhys, Flame Eagles.
Yes, it's Flame Eagles. Oh, no.
Well, that's a dumb name. Well, that's a real dumb name. The Flame Eagles? That's a stupid name. I'm not even mad I missed it. Flame Eagles? That's the dumbest name I've ever heard. Add an ing and you have Flaming Eagles? That's much cooler. It's such a dumb name that my brain didn't even think to guess it because it was so dumb.
Flame Eagle. I felt so bad for you because flaming. I was just like, oh yeah, it's very close.
Oh,
Flame Eagles.
So it is flame.
Is this like a third grader's homebrew trapper?
Flame Eagles. Yeah, it's not a great one. It's not a great one. It's a successor of the Raven
Do
Guard.
you know the worst thing I had written down in front of me for so long? Eagles. And I couldn't turn my brain, mind you, it was very early here. My brain couldn't turn that into eagles. I was like, what the shit is an eagles?
Eagles.
I'm so mad right now.
So Ben's favorite chapter now, the Flame Eagles.
Flame Eagles. I pulled garbage up.
They are Codex Astartes compliant Space Marine chapter.
Of course
they are a successor of Raven Guard. But yeah, nothing is really known in the Imperial records about these Flame Eagles, probably because of the terrible name. Yeah, but they've got they basically look like Imperial fists. Like I'm not
honestly, basically it's exactly Imperial fists,
except their pauldron logo or sigil is like it's a flaming eagle. It's an eagle whose wings are it doesn't really look much like an eagle. It's a weird looking eagle, but anyway, it's
like a
the
phoenix.
bottom of its wings. Yeah, it kind of looks like a phoenix. If I'm honest, it should be the flaming phoenixes, but that's maybe too on the nose.
Excuse me. Exactly. It should be the flaming. I know I was wrong, and I know I lost.
Take it up with Pete. You know what I mean? You obviously penned this one. Pete penned the flame eagles clearly.
If I can